In 2 Samuel 24, David's final recorded act is not a victory in battle, but a costly lesson in pride, judgment, and mercy. The chapter opens with a troubling statement. The anger of the Lord burned against Israel, and David was incited to take a census of the fighting men. For reasons not fully explained, David commanded Joab, the commander of his army, to go throughout Israel and Judah and count the people. Joab resisted. He questioned the decision. "May the Lord multiply the people 100 times," he said. "But why does my lord the king delight in this?" But David's word prevailed. So Joab and the commanders crossed the Jordan and began the long circuit. From Aroer in the south, through Gilead, Dan, Sidon, Tyre, and all the cities of the Hivites and Canaanites, they counted the fighting men. After 9 months and 20 days, they returned to Jerusalem with the numbers: 800,000 valiant men in Israel, 500,000 in Judah. Then David's heart struck him. Conviction fell heavily upon him. He realized his sin, not in counting itself, but in the pride and misplaced trust behind it. Instead of trusting the Lord who had always delivered him, he sought security in numbers. He confessed, "I have sinned greatly in what I have done." The next morning, the prophet Gad came with a message. David was given 3 choices for judgment: 3 years of famine, 3 months of fleeing before enemies, or 3 days of plague in the land. David answered with humility, "Let us fall into the hands of the Lord, for his mercy is great. But do not let me fall into human hands." So the Lord sent a plague upon Israel. From Dan to Beersheba, 70,000 men died. As the angel stretched out his hand toward Jerusalem, the Lord relented. He said to the angel, "Enough, withdraw your hand." The angel of the Lord stood at the threshing floor of Araunah the Jebusite. When David saw the destruction, he cried out, "I have sinned. I have done wrong, but these sheep, what have they done? Let your hand be against me and my father's house." Gad instructed David to build an altar on Araunah's threshing floor. David went to buy the site. Araunah offered it freely, the land, the oxen, the wood. But David refused to offer to the Lord something that cost him nothing. He insisted on paying the full price. There on that threshing floor, David built an altar and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. The Lord responded to prayer, and the plague was halted. The place of judgment became the place of mercy. And that very location would later become the site where Solomon would build the temple. 2 Samuel 24 closes the book not with triumph, but with repentance, not with military strength, but with sacrifice. David's life was marked by victories and failures, but again and again he returned to the Lord. Next comes the book of 1 Kings, where Solomon, David's son, rises to the throne, and the kingdom enters a new chapter of glory and division.